Hello, hello, everyone. There we go. I believe we are good. Apologies. Still very new. Hello, hello, everyone. Audio sounding good to me. I believe we are good. A little bit of delay on stuff now. Best I can do. Apologies. Still very new. Hello, hello, everyone. Ooh, little echo. I am closing that now, so it's good to me. Apologies for that. It'll be echoing for a little bit. I just needed to test it myself as uh I haven't tried too much with Power Wash yet. I'm very excited to give it a shot. That being said, still getting used to a little few things with streaming. Oh, yep. Okay, good thing I did double check. It did seem to want to try to fight Phasmophobia, given that was the last thing I tried here. Okay, there we are. And now to swap over. There we are. So once again, good day. I I am Jordy, and I am here to play some Power Wash because I have an odd uh reaction with this game. I have not played it too much myself. I wasn't part of the early access, unfortunately. I really wish I did, but I'm also kind of glad I kind of waited out for the release. But I got to try it out at Apex back in 2021. So yeah, last year. Uh, they had a section where you could just like mess with some gaming computer setup, all connected to Steam, and they had this rather large library of testing out games. And honestly, one of the games I spent a lot of time with my visit there was Power Wash. I just kind of messed around doing the opening level, I believe, and I'm surprised how much it just kind of clicked. It gives you a good brain scrub. Um, some people have definitely made some interesting videos and articles on it. There's a lot of reasons why things like cleaning can be very satisfying for certain people. I'm certainly one of them. But what's amazing about this is cleaning without all of the negatives. Especially right now, summer heat is very, very real. And I wouldn't say I normally enjoy yard work, but I'm someone who definitely likes to keep things tidy. And yeah, that's not going to happen with the heat right now. Okay, so going right into campaign career mode, we start with this cleaning the van. So from Harper Shaw, great news! Finally found a van for you at the auctions under your budget. Don't freak out when you see it. It looks like it's been dredged from the bottom of the lake. Oh, dredged? But that's a good thing. It means no one else bid on it. They missed out. Underneath that hideous layer of gunk is your perfect workhorse. Engines a dream, no rust, there's even equipment in the back. You just need to get good hosing down and you're in business. You'll certainly earn your pressure washing stripes getting this thing clean. I mean, sorry, speaking of heat, definitely making sure to stay hydrated. Got my water here. Okay. I mean, all in all, well, it doesn't say how much this costs, but I mean, you get a fully working van with equipment, and all you have to do is hose it down. Uh, yeah, I don't see why others wouldn't be like for it. Let's see, what is all this? Oh, details though, like what you get paid out, I guess, and then what you can earn. Nothing else in the message. I mean, yeah, all in all, it seems like decent deal. I don't know why you would be being like, let me stay on this, especially given in today's current ongoings for many, many people. Just needing to wash down a van, even if it's, I mean, obviously you're using a power wash, so it's definitely a lot of grime to get through. I feel like even then, people just like, hey, if I just need to clean it out, it works. All good. Certainly, for me, like the most I would be proud for is something workable with AC. Alright. And here we go. I'm hoping the audio's not too loud. Feels a little loud with my headset. So maybe I will lower the master volume just a bit. Yeah, just a bit like that. Well, okay. I kind of want the feedback and ambiance to be a little louder, but the water was a little bit. There we go. So first nozzle is just the flat stream. Ooh, there we go. Headlights cleaned. As I was saying earlier before, I actually do surprisingly enjoy cleaning. Although looking back on it, I think everyone to an extent does. It's just varies by level, because I've certainly met some people who have very much, oh wait, that's all done, perfectionist style to it, which I am caught in between of, depending on certain things. Because yeah, like on one hand, this is literally just a cleaning simulator. Like, why would? No, we're good with the one I have. Yeah, it is just a cleaning simulator. You know, it's literally just you're washing down vehicles in general, equipment, some houses, as I've seen from others playing a little further in. So, you know, at its very, very base level, it just seems like, well, what kind of is the point of doing any of this? And I certainly scoffed on it initially, despite, again, I actually do enjoy at least somewhat keeping things clean. But the reason I've come to realize, like, oh, this is way more appealing, and why it actually does do such a good job of, like, giving you that dopamine is it's cleaning without any of the frustrations and worrying. So, as I was saying, oh my god, I keep saying as I was saying, I'm so sorry. The thing is, there's a lot of annoyances to cleaning. You yourself get dirty, obviously. There will be sweating involved, especially if you're working outdoors. Or just, you may get dirty, you know, handling dirt, muck, whatever. You're moving around yourself, etc., etc. And, there is none of the consequences while playing this. You just get to mess with washing equipment, make things clean, and they'll stay clean. You know, you want to get that completed notification in the game. That's all there is to it. You don't have to come back to mess with it. Which I think, oh my god, I wish, because you know, with cleaning, especially if you share spaces with people, stuff is not going to stay that way. And it can be frustrating or downright demotivating, which is what I was going to say a while ago. I consider myself pretty clean. I like to at least organize my stuff as much as I could. I'm actually turning to look at my desk right now. I'm like, yeah, it's not messy for the most part, except for a stray charger. I realized I hadn't put it away right now. I like organizing my shelves. I have a little bit of a display place above the shelf too that I try to dust off, wipe, and whatever, and just keep everything nice and presentable. However, I also share living space, and doing things like keeping floors clean, keeping pet hair away, and just making sure things go where they're supposed to doesn't always work when, you know, you're not the only person in a spot. People will walk through and bring in their own dirt and mess and ick. And, you know, I certainly do myself too. To be fair, I'm not going to be like, oh, I live with a bunch of flops. I don't. But I've come to realize more and more that, like, yeah, I kind of wish I had more control of it, because I certainly would like to leave at least some stuff a lot more clean day to day. But I simply do not have the ability to, between being busy, having others living, and everyone else doing their own thing. But it is what it is. Almost come to think I might uh have OCD, especially younger. I definitely had a lot more impulses of keeping organization, but I never really let it uh be too controlling. And after a while, I don't know if it's just because I gave up on it while growing up, or family had a bit of a better control on me. I definitely, at the very least, like leaving things to an acceptable level, and that's usually enough for me. I don't really aim for perfection. But again, with this game, no consequences. Things stay permanently clean for the most part as you move through the career mode. So, yeah, it allows you to be perfect, and that's kind of very, no, not kind of, that is extremely satisfying and does very, very good for jolting your brain with that dopamine. Alright, and we have 2 stars currently, 46% cleaned. I believe I'll have to climb on that little step ladder and do the roof, but let's just try to finish off this store now. You know, I said I was fine with this nozzle, but I actually kind of want to try. Let's see, do these cost me anything, or am I allowed just to swap around? Creates narrow path water. Narrowest beam, fan of water, strong pressure. Okay, so this is just messing with pressure and how wide the fan is. Currently we have none, right? Oh no, we do have the wider. Actually, it's a 15-degree nozzle. Yeah, we're fine with it for now. I believe that won't really be necessary until some later objectives, likely. It could also be that you'll need better pressure to actually get through the grime of certain spots, maybe. Actually, yeah, these windows, for example, maybe I should up the pressure on them, because it seems like those corners stay rather dirty. Oop. But first, like I said, I just want to get the general body cleared off, and then we'll worry about individual spots. Actually, I didn't hear the noise for this spot. Do I need to get the... Oh. I'm not sure. Am I missing anything on this middle door? I'll just have to mute there quickly. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I am done with the sides, but it didn't really give me a notification besides this door. So we'll continue on for now. Oh, the tires. And this is inside. Yeah, because I believe I've already gotten the one of the tires on the other side. Oh, it's hubcap, it's not the tire itself. Okay. That's what was alerting earlier. But yeah, oh, that's the other thing. You actually get notifications. Wait, the removals. The removals van. This place, they're following who's gonna need. Ooh, okay. So another. Oh, and then R to rotate. Or, oh, I mean to press that. So yeah, R to rotate it so I can do a vertical stream that way. And let me take a look real quick at Streamlabs. It's been going for a few minutes now, but just making sure everything is doing decent. Eat. Yeah, so bit of an odd choice for sure to choose as a solo game, because for sure this is most likely much more satisfying for playing on your own. But again, I wanted something to kind of zen with, get me a little more used to streaming. It's a hobby I want to start to take up, and then, you know, if things go well, take a little more seriously, but we'll get there when we get there. As for now, I just want to make a habit of getting content out there. And we all need to start somewhere, and I think this allowing me to mainly focus on practicing for myself for speaking and keeping a consistent vibe going. There we are. Windshield done. What was it, tab 2? No, it was R2 rotate. Yes, there we are. It's a nice game to vibe with, and eventually when I get others to interact with, or just find decent moments to clip out and showcase, maybe I'd also like to do that, because I also want to give myself a crack at highlight stuff, editing in general. I would really like some kind of video creation as a hobby, because I've been a huge fan of many streamers. And oop, didn't I go with that business name, or do you need to think some up? I'm a phenomenon. I thought of Grouting Thomas for that Tyler, and she never looked. Interesting, actually. Bonnie Tyler might have been. I thought that was my reply for some reason, but no, I just tapped a button seeing if I could open it up, maybe to read it more. Actually, is it escape? Nope, that's for the overview and details. Okay. Oh, this is missing those bottom parts there. Let's see. Tube switch nozzle. Yeah, those like tougher spots for sure. Okay. Just blast that grandma. Let's try going back to 15 for a bit. Just with a lighter spray. Oh, as much as I've mostly stayed blind, because it's only been the experience at PAX, I did play it off someone else's setup, I believe, too, just to check it out a bit more. I do know also from some streamers I've watched before, and like a few videos of people just explaining it, I do know there is some hidden lore. Or maybe it's not hidden, but just stuff that you really wouldn't give a direct thought for a game of this style. So I'm also interested in seeing what we may discover with that. Okay, that door's clean. Oh, I forget. Yeah, there's a meter to actually check the progression you have on certain parts of whatever you're cleaning, which is very helpful. And again, just adds more to making what's just a basic task of cleaning into an actual I mean, I would almost say fantasy, because that'd be very nice of just being like, oh yeah, I can actually tell this job's done or something. Oh, the front. You know what? I think I'll need the zero just to get rid of that. Here we are. And so As I was saying, as I understand, there is a bit of a story to this game between some well, I don't know if it's interactions, but definitely messages between your client and business. Believe there is some like environmental story to the job you get depending on what is assigned, which is pretty neat. Because honestly, for a game like this, you don't really expect or need that. It could have just been just open world, just let you have this, but it's nice that the team decided to give a little more thought to everything. Let's see. Oh, there we are. It's missing that. Also, we start with just water, but as I know, you will be giving cleaning solutions and need to consider the material you're actually cleaning off, or so for right now, it's in bumper plastic. Because yeah, like real life, you gotta take care with what products you're using on something, because it can be disastrous. Using the wrong things, you can end up damaging stuff, or you might be doing nothing to actually clean it off. Although, obviously, damage is gonna be the worst offense. There we are, right? Is it that dark spot I'm trying to aim at? Oh, is it over here? Oh, there we are. Okay. So the body still has some stuff to it. And then the bumper. There's like one more spot somewhere. Let's see. Do I need to get down under? Yes. Okay. To do, we have the wing mirrors, the body, and one more window. Which window? Those back ones are fine. Oh, this one. Here. I just saw what was that earlier that it seemed to not like. I should be getting off. Okay, yep, there we go. Those spots are finally going away. Just had to kind of combat it. Window cleaned. So just body and the... Oh, right, these... Okay, there we are. For the last of the body, is it the top? Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I left the top earlier. Try and get a wide fan just to clear up a lot of it. Can I climb up on this? Oh, there we are. Yeah. This, well, okay, now that I can be on top, definitely put the pressure back up. Double checking. Still no one on. Okay. Oops, I still had. Well, okay, it's muted, but I still had my stream running in the back while checking on things. If I want to close that. Mesmerizing. And sending that tweet out. Here we are. Oh, I need to fix my Twitter for notifications. Oh yeah, I was saying before, I have some lofty goals, although at the very least I definitely want to have fun with this as a hobby and get pretty much any kind of media creation going, because there is a lot of stuff I am a fan of, and I'm starting to realize that I would really like, if not interactions more with fans in said hobbies and different likes and whatever. I'd like to contribute more. With streaming in general, I am a huge VTuber fan. In fact, I follow way too many. Oh, nice. Okay, body's done. Follow way too many now, and my notifications are currently a mess because of many different talents and companies, and at this point, just hubs and gimmick accounts I am following that make me the back of it make me really want to. Hey, job done. Here we are, cleaning extra liquid and an achievement. I am playing this off of Xbox Game Pass, which was a lucky break for me. I was gonna buy this game regardless by launch. I was just waiting for better timing with a few things, especially just returning from a trip. I don't want to spend needlessly just yet. Okay, tab to show dirt. Wait, what? Oh, this was the tutorial. Oh no. Oh, you could. Oh my, this. And there I am, just going in circles with this. I didn't know there was. Well, no, I did. I played this intro level like 3 times now. I just completely forgot. I remember I should have known show dirt. Because it was one time that it was I believe it was the back of the wing mirror I was messing up and freaking out for a bit. Anyways, 150, 150, 100%. Let's go. Van looks fantastic. Told you'd be fine under the gram. I pinged you. The hunter left over from what you gave me, so that should help you get off the ground. Also, just met my new neighbor over the fence, grumbling about his dirt backyard. Told me to give you a shout. Looks like you got your first customer. Nice, nice. Okay, you do look at messages for thing. Goodbye, different power washers, cleaning liquids, clothing. Ooh, I like the purple octopus stuff. Oh, there's just straight up purple too. But I am the main thing you want to do is definitely get better equipment, cleaners, anyways, because you got glass, metal, plastic, stone, multi-purpose. Definitely trying to keep hydrated. It is hot out there. Not too bad in my room, most things considered, but definitely does just make me a little more thirsty regardless. Alright, I believe we'll just continue on to the next spot. Checking on my audio and video though. Everything still looks fine. Let's keep it up. Main menu. Back to career mode. Alright. 2131 Walnut Street in the back garden. Hey Doc, I hope you like a challenge because I'm pretty sure I've got the dirtiest backyard you ever seen. That's not me bragging, by the way. I had nothing to do with it. Just moved back in town for a bit to help my folks who are built down to the last knee and rented what I thought was a great little place. Should have questioned why there weren't any garden pigs in the end. They must have bred rhinos here or something. Anyway, my girls are itching to get out there, so I don't want them still itching when they get back inside, so please do your thing. Thanks a lot, Cal. Let's get right to it. Who is the 450 potential earnings? Control panel, dog house, battery BQ patio, trim. Let's roll right along. Oh, wait, did I not click it? Oh, I went back to the. There we go. Start job. Show dirt is tab. R to rotate and ease for equipment. All right. Funny enough, my first go was at Florian Perez used to live here back in the day. Those were good times. Alright, so it's just gonna be the client talking to us as we're going along there. Washing off doghouse. You know, I own a dog, a very large golden retriever. Don't use a doghouse for him. In fact, he is ending up being mostly an indoors dog. It kind of had to be though out here because everyone definitely always argues about, oh, you know, I live in one of the hottest areas, whatever, and all that, and I know some people are definitely tired of hearing that right now, especially with people arguing about like where it's worse. Just preface this, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I live in the hottest place ever because numbers and all that. Very obviously, when it comes to people and living in certain areas, buildings and homes are adjusted for a certain type of weather for sure. So yeah, living out here where I am in a desert, our houses tend to stay decently chill and cold between ways they are built, AC being a very widespread thing, etc., etc. I'm I'm also bringing that up just because I feel very bad for many people with a lot of the news reports coming out from places all over Europe, really, with the heat waves, which include even people dealing with a lot of heat illness and even death. Uh, all this to say, because I'm looking at this doghouse. Yeah, we own a dog, but we keep him indoors because, oh my god, out here, the danger is just that the ground can get extremely hot, especially if you live anywhere with a lot of pavement or, um, but yeah, pavement, concrete, both retaining that heat and spreading it around. Those sidewalks can be very dangerous for them, which is why you gotta be careful with walking and all that. The current backyard we have is a mix of like this concrete of patio they have, although it is shaded, so it's not the worst when he has to be out there for a little longer. I still don't risk it too much because like I don't last that long sitting out there in that area in the patio, even if it's shaded, even if they have some decent furniture. It's just like, yeah, it's a few minutes and that's it. It's so uncomfortable. It gets so sweaty. I haven't even looked at the temperature yet. It's noon right now, so it should be towards our, usual high. Although the last I checked, I think, surprisingly, it was still just hitting 100, which, yeah, it's gonna sound very bad. 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Uh, we definitely hit higher though, so it's not the worst. But I'm certainly not gonna risk letting my dog be out there, let alone just anyone, because, oh, God, no. Oh, no, I still mostly enjoy summer. Maybe it's because I've been way more used to summer heat and knowing how to plan things or do things with that in mind. Although it's definitely way more possible as a kid and having way more tolerance to those. Well, tolerance and the fact that somehow things are still heating up. Like, not that I did it too often, but watering in the yard could be one thing. Somewhat enjoyable because, especially with the kids, you're like, oh, I get to play with the hose too. Doing stuff like, just spraying it up in the air and letting it fall on you, or just straight up turning the nozzle on yourself. Obviously not a power wash because, oh my god, that would be pain and very dangerous, but just a regular hose and just turning it on yourself. Another thing being swimming. I actually really do miss swimming. I used to go pretty often with an at our aunt's house with some cousins, but everyone's growing up and it becomes a lot more challenging to set time aside for visits and all that, especially when we definitely have to plan actual swimming a little more in case they need any help with cleaning or they need to clean it themselves. And give some consideration to like, oh, what is everyone gonna eat or do after? Because definitely get very, very hungry. Do miss those though. We used to do pretty somewhat consistent family get-togethers and cookouts there. But again, heat's definitely been picking up anyways, and it's tougher with everyone doing whatever they need to. I should probably rotate this maybe to... Oh, yeah, it's going to help a little more. Just to turn this all out. No, it's odd. Again, it feels like it's just because I'm way more used to summer heat and heat in general that I feel like I could deal with and enjoy it more now. Because with some even long visits to much colder places, I do understand the idea of like, oh, well, it's way more cozy, you know, it's easier to bundle up and get something going for heat versus cranking AC and just not allowed to leave, I suppose. But I still don't really enjoy snow, which is like the other extreme of weather you had to face when going into cold places, and it just feels so annoying to me in that yes, with heat you straight up get denied certain things and there's danger with the sun and all that, but again, it's just like, yeah, well, you set up areas with shading, you get sunscreen, you get into the pool, you get into you know, slip and slide and hose. Although, oh god, slip and slide always seems so fun to me from the TV, but the few times we did use it, me and some cousins got like our hand on those things. I don't know if it was just because our yard tends to be pretty scratchy and dry, but oh, using that would just mess up our stomachs and sides, and it would be fun, granted, but the ground would get so muddy by the end, it'd be a mess. We'd be covered in a bunch of scrapes and scratches because there was a lot of dry grass or like bits of rock or something that would just be jutting out underneath the mat. And again, so fun and someone be like, oh yeah, a little worth it, but ouch, just ouch. Sorry, I'm still checking on. I really want to get my dual monitor set up soon. I do not have that, so I have to keep tabbing out just to check on the stream, my mic and audio, make sure that I'm not ignoring anyone or missing anything, but that will come once I get a bit more things out of the way. Because again, as this starts, it's a hobby. It's a hobby first and foremost, so I'm trying to have fun with it. I did end up investing here and there in certain ways. Nope, not zero. I wanted the... Just try the... No, I do... The 25's fine. I just... Yeah, there we go. I wanted the long fan just to clear up this spot now. Yeah, it's a hobby first and foremost, so I just need to get more into it, see how I'm liking it. And granted, I want a dual monitor thing going anyways because I would like it not only for helping along with getting things done for this, but it's something I got more used to, surprisingly, with work. Between a office job and, well, both office jobs, just different offices. One's being more clerical and administrative type stuff, and the other being medical. And I did not know how nice it was doing dual screen and how useful it could be. I used to think, I'm like, well, what's the point? I can just tab back and forth between these windows and little programs and stuff. You know, it's like, yeah, it's whatever. But, and it's still true for like a lot of simple stuff, especially with, for example, schoolwork is the main thing of like, you can have a browser on the side with, or a browser set aside with music and your resources or whatever while you're working wrong, and it never bothered me too much. But then with the administrative job, having one program that you need to absolutely focus on, where you would be sending in a lot of people's information, and then having the library of info just right there, and just swapping back, literally just copying stuff back and forth sometimes, or just being able to kind of get a clear overview of like multiple things without swapping back and forth. I did not realize, it was like, yo, this is so nice. So currently, yeah, I'm set up with just one screen. I am using my television though, which is a bit insane, really, playing this cleaning game on this. What is it like? It's a rather not huge. It's a rather big TV, anyways. It's just very funny, really thinking on it. It's looking nice though. I don't. I didn't even see what I'm running the game on for settings, but I'm not gonna mess with that currently, as it seems to be doing fine. Not looking too bothersome, and it's not struggling too much with having feed programs running and the stream as well. I should probably go for a wider spray now. That'll help. Yeah, okay. I don't need that much pressure for this stuff, so a wide spray's fine. Oh, keep like jumping on different thoughts processes. Yeah, I definitely want to get actual monitors and get a double screen scenario going, because that would be very helpful to be able to glance over to chat, anything with the streaming programs, and just making sure things are going well. Plus, I tend to want to check in very quickly on some other stuff and messages, make sure I'm not leaving anyone hanging. I don't like doing that to my friends. I appreciate them all very much, and I like that they continue to think on me. I'm not trying to be too bad with replies. You know, I wasn't even put too much thought into like that message the client was putting in the beginning was right. Like, what were the people prior just pulling out here? So many heavy boot marks and layers and layers and layers of grime and dirt all over. Uh, they described their parents as being like on their last leg, so it's not like they were, you know. Oh, the dog bowl. I just realized I didn't even. Do I need a? Oh, I need more pressure on that. There we are. Clean bowl for Fido. But yeah, if they were on, you know, as he described, just on their last knees, was it leg, whatever? Well, yeah, they certainly wearing of partying age, but even with parties, I just it'd be more like, I don't know, plastic and trash from drinks, food, and all that. So I'm not sure what's going on with this. Maybe the dog's been the one just spreading mud everywhere. Is the dog the one leaving boot marks everywhere? He's just out here stomping in their backyard for no reason, back and forth. Oh, well, wait, what am I saying? They describe this as a garden. I mean, yeah, and the two flower fields, and then like the bird nest and the flowers down there. Doesn't seem like all that would result in all this like soil and dirt though. Especially since why would they be spreading so much over here at the edges of their patio where there's no grass or anything to grow there? Back and forth, swiping all this off. Although all things considered, very huge backyard, and that's pretty nice. The current yard we have is height. Issue is though, after years of it being, yeah, it's been expected for a while, and I've moved back and forth anyway, so it's not like I've been here to... Oh, what's up? Do you do bikes? I could do with someone running their thing over my dead beaker. Oh, Joe Average. Put it on the list. Florine and I would climb up and down that rock garden all day, pretending we were rumbling on a mountain rushless, and the pond was a crater. I have no idea how we explained the fish being there, though. Giant space monster, why not? Basically the thought process between, one of the bosses in Elden Ring, actually, which, and not really spoilers, it's a side boss, and I'm still playing through that game, actually. Or, I've been meaning to. It's been months since I've really gotten into it. I am gonna forget all my... I'm gonna forget everything I've, like, learned in that game, and we'll just go back. I have the levels and equipment, but I have no skill in it again. Anyways, I recall while going through that there was something I ran into that was just like a crater, and just out of nowhere it's just like, bam, deal with this freaking alien creature thing. And I mean, with a lot of Soulsborne games, it definitely is like, well, everything's kind of this like random weird creature. I'm like, yeah, but this thing was just straight up like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be alien. It was just kind of funny to me. And also, I still actually haven't beaten it because the last time I went through with... Is that the last spot? Nice, okay. Okay, so this is still considered dirt. Good to know. Yeah, it's such a useful ability there to just like kind of quickly flash over what's left. Oh, do I have no cleaning liquid attached? Should I get something? Because that's stone, this is wood. Well, the wood doesn't feel that bad right now, but it feels like the stone's taking a bit of time, so maybe I'll grab some solution for that. Although it seems like it's possible just to keep going with just the water itself, and it's working. I could try switching to 0 and just being a little bit pinpoint accurate with this. Yeah. I mean, I ran out with the fan, I think, but at least it's letting me pick up on... Okay, good, yeah, so all that's actually kind of cleared out. Real quick, smiley face. Yay. But yeah, back 15 should be fine for just continuing as I am. Keep pressing the wrong button, there we go, tap. Oh wow, that was a small spot there. Okay, and it seems to pick up what I was like leaving behind a little bits and pieces. Oh, never mind, there's a few here. And over there. Some of the spots are getting very small. It's a little worrying actually. But did I see? I saw some over here. Yeah, I did. Wow. Adjusting and moving around. Sorry if there's any background noise. And hopefully I've been in a decent position for the mic. I was slouching a little there, or maybe not slouching, but very leaned back. This new chair, newish, I should say. So as I've alluded to before, I have shared living space, and someone else that took it upon themselves to swap out my old chair for it was originally an office chair that I can't like complain too much because they very graciously got it at a very decent price off the thrift store, but because of their frequent visits there, they tend to over buy once in a while, and they took it upon themselves to get another chair and replace my old one, and I really actually like the older one. This one is a little nicer looking, and maybe the seat's a little cushionier, but I like that the old one still had decent um, feeling for it, and the more important thing for me was just that it was very, very nice with its back support. This one kind of is, but the problem is it swings back way too much every time I like kind of move back into it. And I've tried adjusting some stuff on it to see if like, oh, maybe it had like something to give you a little more back support, and just, well, I mean, back support's not even the right word. It feels flimsy in that it keeps leaning way back whenever you're rocking it, or not rocking it, but just, yeah, just put any kind of like pressure behind yourself. Make sure you get those missing orange spots. Wait, is there some over here? But they didn't toss out the other chair or anything. It's just sitting in a different room now, which I'll probably end up swapping these just because, yeah, it feels alright for how I have it set up. I had to have something kind of like behind itself, so it's either a piece of furniture or bed or the wall. It doesn't feel too bad, but also, yeah, the fact that I had to have something to lean into isn't ideal. It's crazy how expensive office chairs can be, though. When you want really, really good ones, anyways. I am daydreaming of getting some actual office ones because my first job had some pretty decent ones that were provided by, the company, or, well, the place that we were at, I should say. I think I never really understood how they had their actual physical setup because it was a job that required some in-person stuff before switching over to at home, like many, many, many things were for the past few years. Well, a couple years, really, the last two. I don't think they were too high end, but they definitely made it so that all the time I spent in the office did not feel too bad. Then when I got home, the original chair I had was not working because it wasn't any kind of actual office chair. I think it was just like a normal kind of armchair or something that we had. Which on one hand, yeah, it was nice cushion, but there was no back support in that, and I started getting some pain very early in that job when working home. But then again, the chair before this current one was the one that like hit all the right marks and was doing better for how much time I had to be in that chair. But then the medical office chair, well, yeah, it was medical office and their chairs. Oh my god, I don't know. Just with that, they were so damn good. It was the ones that have the sort of mesh backing to them, so it wouldn't get too hot, especially with summer and us. The job requirement to be in the like front office spacing with very big windows with the sunlight shining through. It was very nice to just not be too sweating in the chair. I mean, there's different shading from this like structure in the building, and then they obviously still had AC, so it was never like in danger, but it helped for sure, because I tend to sweat very easily, and that causes me to get self-conscious and nervous, which makes me sweat even more for being nervous, and it's annoying. So important to stay cool. Neat. Again, I keep like needing to double check on some stuff. I do need to look into getting my own chair though, because again, I would definitely like one like that previous medical office one. But when I was researching into it, you know, there's a few brands people definitely recommend, which I took more to be like, I'm probably gonna do wood because I'm sure. I mean, to be fair, I can't even remember the brand name right now. I do realize that they do get recognition because yes, they are that good, but also it does feel like with top brand names, they kind of take advantage of their name and think they could sell at much more marked up prices because yeah, they actually can. However, the I'm like trying to remember the actual company name because I believe it is someone associated with a lot of like office stuff and computers in general. I don't know. Even then, I'm not gonna be able to really get a chair from them because those can start for some of their lower end. Like we're getting rid of these type models, or like these are older ones. They still seem to start around 900-ish, which is crazy. The other recommendation though I've seen people pass is like, hey, if you want something that's good but not gonna break your bank and you're not paying like overpriced gamer chairs and stuff, they usually do just recommend looking at office chairs, and one specifically from Staples is what I've been told, or what many seem to say in general anyways. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I've the last time like I've gone to Staples and they've had like chairs out on display, I tried one of their like most basic ones and it did not feel too satisfying. Maybe satisfying's not the right way to describe it. It just felt a little well, definitely underwhelming, but also just I feel like it reminded me too much of pool chairs, I guess. Not in those little elementary like blue hard plastic chairs, but whenever we would have to go to either a computer lab or even later in like high school and even college, they would put certain chairs in their some of their like computer areas or even the library, and they're not too bad. They're definitely better than, you know, your usual chairs for like a school environment, but they were still pretty almost like tough feeling and well, definitely cheap feeling. And that's kind of the vibe I got with one of the Staples ones I was using, but who knows, maybe I was looking at the wrong version of it or model that people usually recommend for there. I don't know. I mean, I still kind of would like a gamer chair as well, especially because some of them do look very, very nice. It's just, yeah, you're paying very heavy prices for just the branding and color. And if you are looking more for, you know, I need something that I'm going to spend multiple hours a day and how many times in a week, yeah, you're definitely going to want to grab what's not going to kill your back and butt. Which is where I'm split on this country, because I was saying, it just feels like I'm going to tip over every time I lean too far back in the chair, but I'm starting to get used to it a little more, and as it is a little bad in that I need to have something behind me to maybe be extra careful, but again, I keep finding myself leaning back in it anyways and kind of just lazing, so maybe it is working for being comfortable, but I probably won't be saying that once I tip fall over or something. Okay, what's missing from this table? Oh, underneath. Yeah. Oh wait, this is all considered different parts, right? Because part of it is garden table, part of it is the stone. Well, obviously I'm spraying the stone patio itself, but did not clear me from the table. Oh wow! Oh, yeah, it says it's only half, or about half. It's probably underneath that stick. Can I? Oh wow! Yeah. Completely missing this place. Okay, let's try rotating it. Well, it's starting to look a little pixely, but I don't know if that's just because I have an odd setting on it right now, or what's going on with it. I'll look at that in a bit. Well, I'll look at that after I go offline. And don't want to mess with too many things if it causes more issues for me with how everything's interacting right now, which again, it seems to be doing well. Don't want to just butcher it or something. There we are. And can I get back up, please? Stuck on our table. There we go. Hey, dog bomb to the park warden. He definitely needs your help. Oh, that's probably gonna be the playground area thing I've seen before. I should bring the step ladder over, right? There we go. Actually, how did you get on top of this umbrella so dirty? Just throwing piles of dirt at it? Can you even get any of this up here? And that's most of it off. I hope. The interesting thing was, it seems like it just automatically clears up spots you miss, maybe, but at least on the first level thing, that it seemed to just kind of skip ahead to the part mostly was like satisfied enough. For some of it, it was like the body seemed to just suddenly clear up as I was on the roof. But then other times, it seems to make me want to, or it seems to want you to get every nook and cranny because the windows were giving me a little issue earlier. Okay, I made it up there. I didn't think it was gonna stand, especially since we now just immersion braking. You can just stand on an umbrella with no worry. Especially since it seems like it's a normal, yeah, like parasol. It's not anything of crazy material to hold you up. Oh yeah, alright, so I did leave some spots underneath, but it seemed to just go and clear it once we got enough of it out. So I'm assuming it's the same thing's gonna happen with this table itself. It'd be very useful though. Along with something to easily let you actually tell how much. Oh, the pole's good. How much more cleaning of an object you'll need to do. Never disappoint a parent or work again with missing something, because it's just like flip, it's all good. Like that. Good. Okay, garden table. Oh, garden table's good too. Okay. And yep. Well, the garden table, the metal part of it was good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Patio's almost cleared out. I think I just have that. Yep, oh, just right around the pond, basically. Oh, I'm surprised. I actually did find this now, just going through it, and I was just thinking like, oh, this patio's there'll be so much to do. Okay, the steps considered separate from that. Alright. The patio is nearing completion, so that up. Oh, I still haven't finished the garden chairs. I should do that as well. Much more of it? Oh, we're actually like near 44%. Well, we're at 44% of the entire job as well. So, doing pretty good. All in all. Tab again, just to see where... Oh, yep, there's some spots there. Wait, I thought I did clear the doghouse. Oh, just the body, not the, and the roof's so dirty too. Okay. Wait, the roof isn't considered clean, so? I also can't tell where I'm missing for the doghouse. Yeah, doghouse walls is clean, dog door is clean. Seriously, where is the dirt on the roof now? This is like under the little wood bar, maybe? I don't think so, but... Still got these, that and the tool shed. Oh, okay, there it is. Like, the very bottom of this. Say 0. Yes, there we are. I've been saying there we are a lot as well. I don't know why. It's not usually part of my vocab, but whatever. I'm cleaning, streaming, winning, listing, existing. That's all I got for now. Keep thinking I hear messages and alerts, but I shouldn't have general ones on. What's going on? Nope, no one sent me anything. Why is that? Oop, I might have left the YouTube video or something open. Yes, but it was muted. Well, I'm closing it out in case, but odd. Tab to view. There we go. Alright, fence top cleared. Yay, 2 stars. Oh, patio is very, very near complete. Where am I missing? Like the last bits it wants. Back here? No, that's more of a fence. Is there anything else underneath the garden table, maybe? Actually, yes. I'm going to clear off the chairs as well. I'm surprised how long this is taking, but also how satisfying, enjoying it is. It is saying. I mean, again, I messed around with some stuff before, and I was like, yeah, I find it very nice to play with. But I was starting to think if this one was taking a bit of its time with it and all. But again, it's actually very satisfying to see and hear those little pings and get confirmation of being totally clean. And I could be out here enjoying the sun, trees, and just ambience without melting like a human popsicle. The more I keep bringing up heat and stuff, I do want to go swimming again soon. I just always enjoy that as an activity, and if I had more direct access, if I had more direct access to a pool, I feel like that would probably be the best way for me to continue to stay fit versus my very well-meaning but completely out of focus attempts of just doing mainly Ring Fit, walking the dog, and some like. Oh, well, actually, I was using VR recently, which actually did help for another push and just to mix things up a bit more, and it's very fun. He was using, I believe it was a boxing game that had a bit of nice, well, not feedback, it's VR, but just, it gave me something to refocus efforts, plus, some dance games. I enjoy a bit of dancing now, and was hoping that it would teach me a bit before I went to a event recently, but it did, but it wasn't all, it was like more stuff I already knew before, so maybe it just helped with a little bit of confidence and just be like, yo, just let loose, man. Dancing's fun enough, but I would like to also learn some like actual dance moves, or be able to find a bit of better movement and not go default. Well, for me, because it is Mexican, but you could call it Hispanic, but default like kind of Mexican dance and play style with too much, especially when it's like not even fitting the music currently going. Nah, I definitely I don't go like fully uncle at family cookout vibes with literally any song, but it feels like for, oh, there we are. I just kind of blind shot that chair, and it is clean. This one's good. This one's good. And that one's good. Nice. So patio still says it has like bits and pieces everywhere. yeah, so like I said, like with the umbrella, it just kind of like, you know, you got enough of it, that's fine, we'll give it to you. Patio, I'm not too sure where it's wanting me to hit the final spot. I guess over here. Yeah, there's a bit of it along this line. No? I see some over here. It's a little bit under the garden table again too, but oh, these like fences. What are they called? Trellis? Trellis? Yeah, my grandparents had this style of like fencing up on their yard for the longest time. It was completely falling apart though. Well, not recently. I say recently. I'm like, no, that was like what 5, 6 years back. Anyways, I never liked it much since it also contained these like sort of thorny plants that grew along with it. And anytime I would get stuff caught on it, it'd be annoying because it'd be caught on the thorns or like on the fence itself, and it's just like, ugh. Where else on the patio am I needing to clean? That? It's not much. Yeah, I'm not too oh. No, that wasn't the last of it. Or that wasn't like the last major point I wanted. Yeah, I'm really struggling with it right now. Oh. I could definitely find like one or two small spots like that, but I'm not finding something that like would really need to be cleared. All underneath the chairs looks good. Let me move you out of the way right now. Yeah, I don't even see like small spots here and there that I seem to miss unless I'm moving around too much and not letting my eyes focus on the glowing, but I don't see any glowing. On the patio anyways. Can't move the chairs and table, right? Like, is it underneath these? Oh, oh, this like little ridge is considered. Okay, there we are. Well, that's what I was trying to figure out earlier, just like if the steps were considered part of it or not. But I guess yes, technically in this like very front spot. There we go, and the patio cleared out. What time is it right now? Oh, okay, already 1:20 here. Honestly, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep going, just finish up this alone. I'm starting to get a bit hungry. I didn't really eat a full breakfast. All I had today was some yeah, it was a Pop-Tart when I first woke up with a bit of water. Ate that while checking out some stuff to stream and watch. Well, stuff to watch, not like stream like right now, but just yeah, I was looking at some stream stuff and being like, okay, well, what can I watch? I haven't seen in a bit. Catching up on my. I should be catching up on a lot of anime I'm behind on. Instead, I kind of zoned out with a little bit of Master Chef. It's been my quarantine show to kind of get into. Although I've only really seen newer seasons. I really should go back to watch older ones at some point. Especially since the current ongoing one is all about like bringing people back from prior seasons, having a lot of reflections on like past stuff. So I would probably appreciate it a ton more if I knew more past, like, I believe I've only seen up to like 8, 9, 10, 11. Which is funny because like 10 was like the whole anniversary-ish one that was a big deal, and then 1 was very cool to watch. And then 11 ended up being about bringing back prior guests at least, and like some major chefs and all that. So again, it was easy to watch those because it's like, no, yeah, you can understand what the big deal is outside of like I dedicated too much time to the show. Not to put anyone down on that. I just mean that like I haven't been able to do that, and I just so many things with the current season are just going over my head. But yeah, it's a funny odd pastime of mine of being like eating very terribly in that I don't get a full meal. I'm just eating snacks and stuff like Pop-Tart chips or some very easily available things and watching MasterChef. This is always the tough one for me. So yeah, I ended up doing that for a little bit when it first got up. I did have a bit of cereal right before streaming, I guess, but I am still kind of hungry. And did make my brother a bit of something right now, so I'm just gonna grab some myself. Actually, no, I didn't. I was prepping something to make for our dinner, but that's not gonna be ready for a while since I had to defrost. So instead, I have pizza rolls waiting, which, hey, it works. It is sustenance. Plus, clearly I own an air fryer, and they actually do come out very well in the air fryer. I'm gonna have to reheat them though, because like, yeah, I started on them thinking like, yeah, I could probably grab a few while I'm power washing away, but all I really brought here was my water, which I need another swig of that right now. All I brought was the water. Really should have brought a little more, but oh well. I'll definitely get to eating once I wrap up this. I don't know if I'll keep with streaming this. I definitely am gonna keep playing it. I'm enjoying the dopamine of clearing out muck and grime right now. But for streaming purposes, I kind of wanted to give a shot at some strategy games. Those are games I used to really enjoy a lot more, especially when I had got my hands on my first computer way back when. Was really into some Civilization games. I tried to get into some Total War. I don't remember which one it was. And then I have not actually played any of that in... Well, I just haven't played any of them as far as I know recently. But yeah, the Civilization games, XCOM, very big series. I like. Actually own one of the classical... Well, the entire like library of like classic versions of it, but when I tried to start one of them, I was completely lost at what to do. I couldn't even navigate the menus fully, but apparently that's kind of expected, and I just need to look into like how people start stuff up and like what to keep in mind, because I've only played the modern games and I played them a lot, so I shouldn't go in with the same expectations on that. It'll be a different ride. Let's see. Endless Space was something else I got recently too. They actually gave it as a freebie for signing up, which was crazy because the current PC I have is thanks to some very great friends of mine helping out with building it, finding parts, and all that, and putting it together for me. And I had a small list of like games I definitely wanted to grab once I had this PC. And Endless Space 2 was definitely one of the top ones. I saw a video on it that sold me so much on the concept. I've played a few. Well, I haven't finished a round yet. I've saved in the middle of like getting to some of the more interesting parts of the game. I like finally got a somewhat of a fleet going with multiple ships, anyways. And I've discovered a I don't know what the term for it is in game. It reminds me a bit of like how city-states worked in Civilization, I think, where like it's not really a full civilization, but it is still an NPC faction you could interact with in certain ways. Let's see. I believe something called Banner Maiden, which was a very random decision I made to pick up the game, but it was on sale, and the concept of it being some French Revolution stuff with anime waifus field, I guess, and there was very positive reviews overall for it, anyways. I'm trying to think of what other strategy games I've been sitting on that I'm gonna look at, maybe bringing out here. I know Space would be interesting, but it might have the similar problem of this being like it's a game that like yeah you can totally zen out when playing it yourself. Not much about watching someone else with it. But it might be cool to showcase. Especially if with that one, I think I'm gonna try playing it more on my own and see if I can figure out more of the mechanics before I show that, because otherwise it's gonna be me struggling through a lot of UI menus and just watching the turns go by as I'm waiting for certain abilities or upgrades or whatever. That something? Nope, that was not alerts. Rip. Oh, Star Wars Empire War. That's much older game. I played that a ton though with one of my first PCs. Back when it was a newer title, anyways. I actually did own a physical copy of it. I ended up picking up in the store at one point. Very good price for it too. And the mods for that game, oh my god, the mods are incredible. There's a few obvious ones of past Star Wars, so like Clone Wars era, even further back. Some people have attempted making Knights of the Old Republic era, I guess, right? That's what it would be referred to as. Oh, step's still dirty. Probably the front. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh no. Have I been quiet? My gain was a bit low, but I didn't think it was that bad. Cause yeah, I tried like listening in on myself. It's fine, just for a minute. Okay. No, because I thought I was speaking pretty well. I've just been kind of sharing random thoughts and stories going, but yeah, once I finish this level, I'm gonna be done and go eat. But hopefully I have some decent baselines to work off of and refer back to anyways. That's how I'm going forward with this. Oh, going back to my prior thoughts though. Strategy games are definitely a big thing I like to do for PC. Except for the like 10-year gap I didn't own one and was playing on console. I ended up playing on console with them, so it was stuff like Halo Wars. I actually really like the fun RTS. Definitely meant for PC for some stuff. And then Empire War, yeah, I definitely would like to test it out, especially, or if not, I might just play on my own because I do miss some of the Clone Wars mods. And then regular Halo. Well, it's not an RTS, but yeah, regular Halo is definitely something I'd like to get into. That's my most like basic game I could just always play, and I still have fun with it. Even if Infinite is definitely being a little of a stinker with how they've been handling a lot of stuff. I want to give 343 the benefit of the doubt though, and I am hoping they can work out getting something for everyone to make it a lot more satisfying. I think most of the worry is just that they are too focused with microtransactions, for sure. Where else is this bird's house? Where else is this birdhouse, like, feeling dirty? Also, what's the aim mode? See? Yes, okay. Gotta remember to do this to get, like, individual parts off. Oh, okay, I have to hit C again. I was like, why is my character just going crazy? Oh, there we go. That was inside the birdhouse. So C is the toggle aim mode. Ideal male fantasy is Penguin Simulator. Hmm. Maybe. This is the ideal male power fantasy, though. Hence, Power Wash Simulator. No. Like that one spot on the bottom of this, I think, that's needed for me to clear it. Oh, it's phasing right through this. No. Can't even get a decent angle on it. Oh, okay. Well, it automatically took care of it just for hitting the base. Alright, cool. Again, fantasy in that items you are cleaning just magically will wipe themselves away once you hit a certain extent. Actually, wait, did I jump ahead? Yeah, I did jump ahead. I forgot about the pond and that fence. I just distracted by the birdhouse though, and in one loop, cleaning off. Is this the Dirt Finder General? Guide details from certain Harper Shaw, as there is an alleged dirt problem at the local playground. Okay, no, that's gonna be the playground one then. Saw my dream RV at the auctions, all creamy, all like a toffee pie on wheels. Okay. I wouldn't know whether to drive it or lick it. Alright, dude. Unfortunately, it is sold for a crazy amount, but the dream lives on. May you lick an RV one day, Harper. Good luck to you. I don't even know why. Why did he message me? I thought it was gonna be like a thing of like him talking about that, but being like, I need it clean though, and he'd be like, yeah, sure, add it to the list. But no, he's just like, hey, bro, I want to lick an RV, but it's expensive. Goodbye. Oh, is this the pond liner? Wait, the pond liner's still considered dirty? What's what I missed in here? Ooh, yes it is. Okay. You gotta remember to get the under areas. Yay. Here we are. Newt. Ma'am, I'm sure you can do both. You know what? That's true. Why do you have to settle between driving and licking it? You can even do them simultaneously if you really want to, or are talented enough. It's no longer ghost riding the whip, now it's licking the whip. Scrumptious. I really should have brought another water bottle. My throat's feeling a little scratchy now. I'll worry about it once I'm completed. We got food waiting anyways as well. Yeah, and I'm hoping the audio's at least workable, because yeah, I realized I might have started going quiet a little bit partway. It sounded fine in the beginning though, when I was just listening on myself, although I did cause a bit of an echo in checking the audio. But it's not like I'm gonna just be blasting out sharing the entire video anyways. I want to edit down any parts I think might be usable, or just use that as reference to see how I've been doing with keeping a flow. Also, I really need that dual monitor thing, or an easier way to check messages. This is getting annoying. Here we go. Nothing else. Okay. Especially since leaving Discord open, I keep hearing some alerts, but seems like it might have just been some server I was in and not anyone trying to tell me anything actually. People don't. Oh no! What'd I do? Oh. We're trying to complete the pond liner. So it's a it's a multi-purpose material also, which is kind of odd in that it has these categories for cleaning supplies being plastic, metal, wood. Yeah, hey, no worries. That's partly what happened with me checking on you for Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways, I was trying to listen in on like other stuff while picking up. And if anything, this was definitely me wanting to practice being solo for a bit. And I am replying to you in stream, but oh well, I can't really type out my responses right now, so it's all bueno. Lawnmower's almost already clean, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's considered metal, despite, I mean, this would be canvas or similar material, plastic. Oh no, it does change to, like, what you're actually aiming at. Neat. Yeah, base is metal, engine's plasticky, that's plasticky. There we go. This looks a little more tough on it. Again, cleaning without the frustrations or negatives. Otherwise, this entire backyard would be a muddy mess, probably. Oh no! I just heard some of the sun dying, is it? Break it by throwing out so much water on it? Possibly. It's not like I forgot what the term is. It's not like the actual hydro like cutters that like have such high pressure it literally slices through, you know, material. This stuff's dangerous to aim at people for sure because it's a lot of pressure that would hurt. for a lawnmower, though, I think it'd be pretty fine. You definitely don't want to keep it at the zero nozzle, though, because that's, yeah, all that pressure hitting something. It could possibly... well, okay, if it's a lawnmower, it could, like, straight up dent the metal or cause some issues with any of the internal stuff. Lawnmower engine cleaned. Actually, well, it looks clean. Where am I missing for the lawnmower itself? Oh, hold on. Tab. Oh, there's some spots in between. Interesting. The wire, or the wire, the tire a little bit. There we go. Lawnmower cleaned. Now just the handle bar in the center a little bit. And right here. Okay. Nice. Stand back up. Okay. How's the pawn wall looking? Don't want him to do more. Oh wow, there's a lot still. Okay. Exactly $500. You just deducted from my pay, which unfortunately is 50 short. I mean, I think you're safe for doing like the pawn walls, just being stone and stuff, but yeah, the furniture I was doing over there, that stuff should probably be obliterated. Okay, am I allowed to buy stuff right now to help with it, maybe? Oh, wow. You could, like, upgrade into better blasters. Equipment stuff. Because I have the money to use. I could just straight up buy the soap attachment and probably... Oh! You can get skins. Nope, I don't want to look at that. That's probably going to, like, eat into liquid too much. Eat into liquid. Eat into funds way too much. Plastic cleaner, multi-purpose cleaner, stone cleaner. Probably should have had one of each of these already, but... Feels like with the job almost done, I probably shouldn't, yeah, and just try to make the money. There. Alright. Maybe... It doesn't feel like soap is going to be helping this anyways, because this is more just an issue of so many little hidden spots between the stones to, like, really get the clear for it. Gotta remember to use my aiming mode a little more too. This is helping it, hopefully. This is my favorite first-person shooter. Never mind what I was saying about Halo earlier. Oh, actually, yeah, just being on a swivel right now with it turning in and out seems to be helping it more. Gotta get closer to this spot though. Just how much more does it need? Also take off aiming. Is it considered, is both of these pawn walls the same thing? Oh, actually it might be. So maybe it is, considering like the bottom part of it. Because if that's the case, I think it's just this area I really have to worry about then. Oh wow, yeah, okay. It's a lot of the outside that's dirty here. This might need the 0 just to really cut through. Yeah, see, this thing is just slicing through everything. I'm just going, you just see entire fucking sections of the backyard missing and cut up. Like, I'm sorry, I was short on time. I decided to kind of floor it, but you know, clean. Oh, there's part of the wall that's like hasn't been cleaned. Oh no, step walls. Okay, I think I'm getting it now. Yeah, okay, here we go. Step wall done. Step wall done. There we are. Still have to do a shed after this. And the, the furniture back there too, but I don't think that's gonna take too long. It's mainly the, barn, I think. Barn. The shed that's gonna be a little frustrating, probably. Alright, that's all good, right? Now it's just a palm wall. That pawn wall. Again, I don't think it's an issue of like the equipment I have for now, especially since it's barely the second mission. Campaign. Job? Job. Yeah, mission. This is the second job anyways, but it's more just, yeah, it's a little frustrating to get all these individual spots of the on the wall out here. Smiley face. There we are. I mean, maybe the 15-degree nozzle's still strong enough as long as I get like a nice fan motion going, just so I'm like covering a wider spot of all this. There we are. Alright, onliner's good. I just gotta finish off the wall still. Too close? Okay. Seems like I'm almost on the wall though, so it's probably just, oh yeah, this spot's been ignored completely. Oh no. This might be where a lot of it was hiding out. So yeah, I have the grill, the fence, that chair, and there is a kid's toy car thing there. That will be next. I mean, all of it will be next, but I think my next object will be the barbecue. I left it partly cleaned. Pond wall cleared. Let's go. Whoa, we just like leapt out of there. Wait, what's over here? Oh, step edging. Oh my. There we are. The retaining wall. Oh, that wasn't even just dirt. That was like, I don't know. Manure maybe? It is a garden. Stinky. Yay. That's good. And then now this wall's almost done too. Retaining the wall cleaned. Alright, we're at 68%. Damn it, 1% away. 1% away. Ah. Oh, I gotta continue. Definitely can't leave it there. It really did. It's just the Mars Sunshine sequel people have been begging for. It's been here all along. And even better. I'm forgetting any. Oh, I keep forgetting about this one, but this one's obvious. I'm just making sure I wasn't missing any small spots again. Yeah, so I was talking about this a bit. This specific thing, I guess, is a trellis. It just reminds me of like a very specific area my grandparents used to have in the backyard with an annoying plant. So like I actually kind of hate these fences. Plus, it was like falling apart like crazy, and they finally got rid of like the last bit of it. I say recently, but it was like a few years back. Burned. I don't know, that specific like sound from the hose just hits different. Definitely hits me with some summer yard work memories of needing to do stuff for them. That's still a lot more I have to do for all this, I guess. Wait, how much of it is considered like... Oh, it's the other side I probably have to clean too. Okay. So I was wondering why like it suddenly seemed to be like halfway done, but then the meter was a lot higher right now. Let's try rotating it to help with this, maybe. Oh. I need a mop because this is almost complete. Well, hopefully. Fence post seems mostly done. Okay, yeah, it is asking for the other side. That's the issue. So the job was described as like, you know, some Buddy's parents used to be here or whatever, and then they're like, yeah, they're on their last whatever, so they need. I understand that of like, yeah, we need to have it cleaned out, but what the hell were they doing to like leave it in such a state? Oh, the pond rim was so dirty. I thought I got all. Alright, what other part of the pond rim is? Well, alright, there it goes. Again, awesome that I just decided to like say like, yeah, you got enough of it. You have your dopamine reward. So this half of the trellis is nearly done. And I start to hit the retaining wall down below on that. But that would mean the fencing would be finally completely done. Is there another? Nope, the rest is hedges, so that ain't my problem. But good, because then that means I could just focus on the individual objects left and not worry about hunting down too much more. Oh, we're at 420. Let's go! We're making big numbers, big moves. Next, I need the fence post. Oh, it's over here. Yes, okay, it's coming down a lot. I'll spring it. Alright, fence post is done. Now just the retaining walls. Wee-hee-hee. Just kind of strafing this now. Oh god. It just would have been better at like strafing things to Hollow Care. Amazing. God, how many times will I have to gotcha for Power Wash Man to drop? Although, joking on that, this game definitely can be a power sim given that it's just giving so many options for costumes in the middle, like accessory stuff. Well, not accessories, but like color options and stuff, and just like, well, I'm actually contemplating running through like other modes or replaying missions just to get like even more cash for that. I need my purple gloves and suit. Well, it's a good thing these flowers are immortal. I've been trampling all over and just hitting them with the, well, at best, the mist from like the backwash, but also just cutting right direct through them like that. Alright, wait, was that back wall glowing? Nope. So I have the barbecue patio trim here, the barbecue itself, and the kid. Oh god, what happened to that toy car? Kid's car thing. It has seen some stuff. Honestly, it feels like this thing just kind of set itself on fire, and this might not even be muck and dirt. It just might be fire. What's it, soot and ash everywhere. Rip to them, if so. Because the footprints kind of make it seem like the aftermath of like an explosion. these things are going a bit faster. That pond and patio, oof, were no joke, but that's why this job seems to be giving like a good payout. That being said, this person has to like buy their own equipment and all that. And granted, they had a lot of help with a friend giving them not only a van, but starting them with like 50 bucks too, which I didn't even use. Thinking on it, but again, it feels like you're fine without the liquids. Well, it's always liquid. The cleaners. I thought it was gonna be like an interesting thing to add a little bit of complexity in it, and just being like, oh yeah, you gotta pay attention to the stuff you're cleaning with the right cleaners, because you want to make sure you're using the wrong one to not damage. But it seems like it's less about potentially doing damage or just not taking care, and it's more just saying like, oh yeah, you need it just to make it go a little faster with certain grime, which is still interesting. I don't know, maybe someone really wants to take it seriously, because it's just been like, oh yeah, he only gets ejected for damaging or like stripping paint or metal or whatever with the wrong chemical. But you're already blasting this with like high pressure water, which again, while not being one that like cut through metal, it's still leaving a lot of marks and everything, probably. Alright, yep, gotta clean the bottom and the back of the server. Trolley. Gas supply. Propane tank. Sand. Can I have sand? Sand. There we go. Let's try these. Zero again, just so I could with the aiming. There we are. Just want to make sure these individual bars are taken care of. Wait. Oh, I thought it was like marks of dirt still there. It was just the shadow. Dang it. I was wondering, like, why is that center one the only one that's like showing a clear spot on it now? Go back to the 15-degree and take off aim. There we are. I think the last part is just hidden behind the cylinder. Got cylinder taken care of. Oh, the grill looks a little happy. It looks like a cyclops smiling there. They're all clean now. Almost, well, almost all clean. Still asking me to find a little bit on the cooker hood. There we are. Oh, alright, that's where lava food shelf mark was. Food shelf clean, nice. Oh, is this the last of the trolley hopefully then? It was just what was underneath. Nice, trolley done. And I think that's the last of the barbecue. It's looking good. Looking nice and clean. Nice. Alright, now all that's left is the car and barn. I think I'll leave the car last and continue with the barn since... Oh, I was gonna say, I think I had started somewhere, but nope, it is all dirty again. Looks like you're almost done. My girls can't wait to get out there. Yes, indeed, Calvin. We are almost complete with this. And definitely do not let them out too early, otherwise they may get hit by the crossfire. Unless you want very, very clean kids. But, you know, maybe it's less because of the water spray and because they'll be in a sanitized area like a hospital. Oh, that was an accidental smiley face out of dirt, but I wiped away its mouth and it cannot scream. There we are. My mouse seems stuck on another window for a bit. There. Nice, window cleared. Oh wow, shit has a lot. I should bring the step louder down here. We need it for the roof. Let's go. Probably like there. And the shed decoration is actually cleaned. Oh, there's another one, the star. Nice. That's looking nice and clean too. Yeah, it's just having very big walls, and I'm gonna need to get onto that roof to clear it up in the end. But we're doing a good job so far. We made, I don't know. Well, I think that's 460 total, unless it's considering my pay from the previous job, which was like around 100, I think. So maybe it's not that high yet. But I think the total. Oh well, I'll tell me the details one minute. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's supposed to be a total earning of 450. Cleaning off the door. Shed door. Yay. Oh, that window is nasty. I'm wondering. Huh, I kind of wish I did buy some stuff to help it move around a little faster, I guess, but at the same time, like, I'm so near completion that it feels like it's going to be a waste if I have to keep buying those bottles per job. Just like in real life. Constantly replacing cleaning supplies, rip. Or is that part of the fantasy tune that you buy it once and never have to refill again? Oh, well, I have to buy the attachment. So I need to complete this job anyways, because I'm going to have to buy a few things to make sure I can use those items later. Like the attachments and different nozzles that help with sending out the liquid, I guess. The cleaner. Oh, the foundation's almost in care. Yay, there we go. Foundation's good. My shed and shed roof are considered different parts. So now then, we can just worry about finishing off this wall. Let's try vertical thing for a bit. Give me these spots too. One over here. And this is looking pretty well. Adjusting. We are nearly complete with the shed, and now we are complete with the shed. Wait, the window's still dirty. Right? Is the window still dirty? Yes, barely. What am I missing? That. Oh, there you go. Oh, I can't get on the roof. Earlier let me stand on this. Oh no, there's bird poop up there. Okay, that's as close as I can get. There we are. Parkour. Oh yeah, that is bird poop. I'm assuming then that not rotating. I need the high pressure. Make sure that does not stay. And at which point, I don't know, get something to deter birds too. I hear crows out there. Maybe if you treat them well, they'll stop crapping on your roof. As been said, corvids, both crows and ravens, tend to be very, very challenging. There's multiple stories of people being like, "Oh, I've heard about this," and I decided to like start giving them some stuff, and they actually started to realize that he appreciated certain gifts they would give in return, which led to them at first finding like people's missing money and change that they would leave on the ground to potentially kind of stealing it from people. Definitely harassing a lot of people that would come to his home, and he realized he'd have to like correct the behavior by either part of the neighborhood had to learn about like, oh yeah, if you give them like, you know, treats and treat them nicely, they actually just chill and they won't consider you a threat anymore. And he went from being like his house entirely owned by a crow gang to, I guess, part of the neighborhood now just has crows as like part of its grouping. So like each family sort of had a group that stayed near them as long as they were, you know, continuing to give them some snacks or put out feeders. It's kind of funny to me though. I was just thinking of like this one dude just for fun being like, yeah, I want to feed some birds, to leading to a crow gang protecting his home, dive bombing just people trying to like leave stuff or just, you know, visit and talk, not knowing. Birds are interesting in general. I don't think I'd want one myself. Like, on one hand, you're like, it's fun thinking like, oh yeah, you can have a smart crow buddy. Gets You could even name them after like the one from Dark Souls or something, and be like, it'd be cute and funny, but it seems like they would require a surprising amount of maintenance and care from what I remember, because I had a family member who like owned a few for like very briefly, realizing one, the crazy amounts of noises they can make, and two, they just didn't really like cleaning out their cages too often, I think, and was why they ended up like giving them to someone else. Because you would think like a dog or a cat would require much more, but it's like they like yes and no, in that like you should try to like be consistent with their exercise of walking, well, walking dogs and stuff, and make sure they burn the energy out. But at the same time, they sleep for very long periods in the day, and especially with my dog, he feels like almost self-sufficient of like giving us a heads up of like when he needs something anyways, and doesn't somewhat nicely besides some angry forks. What does a woman clean? I'm jumping off the roof, hopefully not breaking anything. Oh, the front. Okay. I'm like, yeah, because the top of the roof seems clean. Oh, I see. It's these like little in-between spots I gotta keep a little more track of. Oh, yeah, the one of the text messages the client was sending was mentioning something about that volcano, I guess. Which is, they're saying something about like pretending part of the yard and the pond was the mountain and considering part of it as a crater or something, or like, yeah, that they're like, oh, we pretended the pond was a crater, and he made a joke like, don't ask us about like how we included the fish or something like that, which I was just thinking like, yeah, you could just call it space monster or something. But now I realized they weren't saying crater like meteor, it was crater like from the volcano. Lava fish. Nice. Alright, roof is done. Now we just got the swing sofa to worry about, and then the kids cart, and then that will be that for this job. I think I repeated like my checklist a few times, but hey, it's a little bit of the OCD-ness and the satisfaction of just getting things done. Because again, power fantasy in that you can clean something, it stays clean, and people praise you for it. And not give some backhanded compliments or coerce you into like doing more than you were really assigned to do. Hooray. Or well, it's no longer assigned really for me. It's more just like I set out to keep something clean, and then I get roped into like taking care of something else for someone. So it'd be, oh, I guess there's a little bit of a roof on that, so I might need a, I'm up there in a bit. I guess it's the same kind of satisfaction people get for like cooking games recently. There's a few that are pretty fun because again, it's you do it without the actual IRL hassle of like, I would assume like actually cleaning up after yourself. If you mess something up, you can actually just hit reset instead of wasting ingredients. So yeah, with here, it's again, you can clean without getting all dirty and sweaty yourself. You do it without wasting any resources, and something stays the way you leave it. Maybe a cooking game might be something to try. I don't like Cooking Simulator, which is like the one that's actually in depth and has a lot to it. But I've always kind of had like some satisfaction with like restaurant sims or stuff that to kind of run a business style thing. Cook Serve Delicious was actually one I was thinking of. That's kind of fun, although I only have it on my Switch currently. I bought it on like a cheap eShop sale. Although I feel like that title's always on sale anyways, and probably is right now. Steam or somewhere I could look into. Yeah, they're pretty nice games to just kind of mess around with. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it doesn't necessarily. It's not really cooking, but that's also, I think, part of the reason why certain features in other games might like get a lot of satisfaction. I really have been, well, I need to get more into the Atelier series, and I have the two Ryza games. I have a collection of 3 of the games on Switch as well now, and then I wanted to get the sequel for Sophia, I believe it was. Atelier Sophia. The crafting system in that game, which kind of comes across like cooking in a way of like gathering certain ingredients and just seeing all the numbers go up and status see things clear in that game. Also very much good for brain scritches. And it's been an interesting way of, at least with Ryza when I was playing it. Did I not go around that? No, okay. Like with playing with Ryza, you don't really level your characters normally, like with, you know, grinding out battles, finding very specific equipment in the world, maybe needing to constantly go into battles for sure and just do all that. A lot of Ryza's stuff was actually just you want to craft better and better items yourself. So it wasn't that you had to go to like a new area, find the new weapon you get from there, or like go to a different location and meet the newer shopkeep who like ask for even more money for you to do stuff. Actually, that's the other thing. Money was really not a big thing in that game as well, since yeah, most of the time you were just crafting your own stuff. You could buy some like ingredients you were missing, but it seemed to be a bit of a pain to try to find ways of making money that pretty much didn't exist besides trying to sell off some of your items you could create and maybe getting into some heavy grinds with battles, but in the end you were better off just exploring the open world and collecting ingredients to make like the next wave of items, and that's how you be prepared for the next area. Because I feel like when playing it, I only had issues with some side bosses for sure that were meant to be very much, okay, you've mastered parts of the game, this is where you come in, like dealing with something that's just overwhelming in abilities, stats, and messing with your items that you even use anyways. You need to use. Because yeah, the boss fight for the main story quest just kind of was there. You talking about me and my crows? Yeah, I started thinking about or talking about it because I hopefully you heard the full thing of there's a story of the guy who ended up making a gang of crows appear in his neighborhood. But it had a good ending in that they kind of spread out throughout the neighborhood with like they're like almost assigning themselves to like different households now. Although at the same time, maybe it's crow blackmail, protection money from crows, for crows. Like you don't want to be messed with, sirs. You're gonna have to leave me another bread. What actually? I don't even remember what they actually fed. I think they did actually feed them like stuff you are supposed to feed birds, like seeds or whatever. But I'm trying to remember. The guy mentioned something in one of the stories that like I read on him that they became transactionary because they learned to like find money and give that and realized that was like a better item to give. I might be mixing that up though with another story of like it was a girl who was doing something similar, but she was a lot younger. She actually had like an entire treasure collection of like stuff they would find, because it started off with simple things of like we found this shiny thing, maybe you like it, human. They also realized, oh yeah, she really appreciates it when we bring money, and she really appreciates I think it was jewels. Luckily with that one it seemed like they weren't stealing it from neighbors and no one was making complaints, but it was just kind of funny of like there's a photo of her just kind of like, oh shit, oh that's true, that chimney kept blinking in and out. It was just like an interesting photo of her just like sitting there smiling with her crows, and like there's just a pile of treasure they've like assorted for her, or like brought over the. I think they said it was like over a year. All right. I need nozzle 0 for this, right? Yep. Because of the bird poop. Swing sofa roof. Oh, the white splotches are definitely bird poop. What's what they weren't? Or is that just like more dried up, caked up ones? Well, probably, because I remember there's a used to be like a weird gross spot on the roof too, but they did wash it off once they did. I think they did clean for our AC unit at some point, and they ended up just like washing off a lot of stuff on the roof, anyways. Okay. Yep. All right, I could go back to the 15 degree just to get the widespread. Oh, and I fell off the roof. Well, swing roof. Oh no. No, can I not climb on it? There we go. Crisis averted. We are good. We are almost done with the swing sofa, and then I could wrap up with the car down there. Oh, for future ideas of stuff, I was saying strategy games, Halo, some cooking stuff might be fun, and of course, Holocare, which I've been playing a lot more lately on my free time, but it definitely feels like everyone's doing Holocare anyways, so I don't have too much more to contribute on that, besides just I could probably nerd out and talk about like, oh, this is some references maybe people miss out on. But everyone's already been doing that because, yeah, it's a Hololive fan game, and many Hololive fans have already been dissecting it, and obviously they're the ones who appeal the most to the references the developers have put in. Although I'm playing it and like getting to further areas finally, it is funny seeing that it was being made before, I guess before Sana had an official idea design out for her fandom. Because that's the idea, is that everyone's supposed to be what is representing the fandom of said VTuber. So yeah, Gura has her Chumba, does the shrimps, especially because of the music video recently with Callie Q, kind of showing them as cloaked acts using group. Kiara and KFC, of course, being chickens, deadbeats are deadbeats. The only, like, the two that, like, are kind of oddball, because it's not really the fandom, it's more just related to the streamer, have been Amelia and Sana. Oh wow, all that inside is actually dirty. Okay. Because with Sana and Amelia, Sana more recently showed off her like design for a fandom, which was the Sana lights, and it's like the nice little red dog design she has. And then with Amelia, I don't know, they're teammates. They're not supposed to be Bubba, which is just weird. It's always been weird. They're supposed to be. The last I saw, she made a representation for them. They were alligators for some reason, and I don't remember why. Besides the fact that she played See You Later alligator, and there was some fan art with that. But I don't know. Maybe that stuck with the fandom. I haven't really watched her too much lately, especially. And Sana, yeah, I just know that she made a whole stream thing about making the sunlights, but that might have come too late for the devs, I guess. But again, it's weird because Amelia still has oh, the cushion's still dirty. Okay. Oh, that's dirty too. The... Oh yeah, I haven't even considered the plant. Oh no, it's just that one missing now. I gotta get in between the spacing here. Yeah, so I was saying, it makes sense for Sonic because yeah, the timing was unfortunate for them, and they were already starting on it. I don't know why they went with deformed Bubba for Amelia's faction, team, fans, whatever. Just imagine, yeah, I could still find stuff to talk about it with them, or just have fun with it itself. I think the next game I'm gonna try to aim for though, I definitely want to do something with strategy. So I'm thinking maybe XCOM or that's the Star Wars one I was talking about. With Empire War might be fun. Am I actually cleaning off the cushion with this? Yes. Okay. I just need like a little more. Yay. Okay. Cushion cleaned. It's really awesome of the devs out for Holocare. There is so much love and references back to not just with the enemies, but all the items and even just random details to like the gotcha story even and all that. It's just been really cool. I just wish I was better at it. I still haven't completed a full run completely. I got surprisingly far though, most recently with Iris. And that was cool. What am I missing? 99%. Oh, never mind. I thought the patio trim was done. Oh, the control panel still needs to be cleaned too. Alright. Sorry, Cyclops buddy. Left you a little dirty there. Uh, oh yeah, there we are. I was like, where else could we be? Retaining wall, fence post, and there we go. Barbecue patio trim done. Retaining wall? Which retaining wall? And then fence post. Oh, this one right here. Okay. I wanted the car to be the last thing. Dang it. Retaining wall. Alright. There's this one over here. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit right there. Nice. There we are. Hey, Doc, Cal here. I got a job for you over at my folks' bungalow when you can fit it. Oh, no. You don't have anything for the, Hey, there I am. I thought I was gonna give you, like, another message about... I'm sorry, what was that on the roof right now? What is that on the roof? Uh... Doc, the yard looks fantastic. There are a couple of budding mountaineers already clambering over that rock garden, and I intend to join them. Thanks again on the great job, and if I hear anyone in need, I'll send them your way. Oh yeah, the kid's playing in the with the fountain then. Fountain, the pond. Seriously, who was the person that sent me the message about the RV for no reason and then just left? Alright, so got bungalow, dirt bike, and playground, but I am gonna wrap it up here for now. This game's, again, it just hits those notes in the brain very, very, no, it just hits the right spots in the brain and gets it. Very interesting feeling. Your own personal Bubba. Yeah, it looked like a weird dog thing or maybe a cat, but it was just there and gone, and that's a little frightening. I do know there is some like hidden story and lore stuff people can get into for it. I don't know the details of it because I forgot about the explanation for it, but it's there and it'll be interesting to see later. Ugh. But yeah, I had fun with this. It's just a very oddly zen, satisfying game. No music in it, which is definitely gonna make it a little awkward looking for edits later. Or oh well, it'll help for edits, but it's also something to think on maybe. I wonder if there's a music option or something, but whatever. That's for next time. Uh thank you for anyone joining and checking me out. Hopefully you had some decent fun listening to any of my rambling as I went on for 2.5 hours. Oh wow. But with that, I'm gonna call it. I am going to be getting some food and maybe joining in on a different game with some others just to let things flow or whatever. But thanks. Hope you all have a fantastic day and are doing your best to beat the heat out there. Bye.